So look on the screen. Look on the screen. Kim Foxx, prosecutor, I believe in Chicago, would really like to know, how do you explain this? Not saying that it's her that she well, we'll look at the video and do an update, because I believe this man was arrested and he was, I believe, released. First of all, to the baby girl on the screen, my apologies. There won't be any graduation for you. There won't be a prom. There won't be a college acceptance letter that you'll be anxiously waiting in the mail to receive. There won't be getting a driver's permit. There will not be you learning how to drive and getting your driver's license. There will not be a video of you getting your first car. There won't be a college graduation. No, that won't happen. Why? Another day in the BC. Where low vibrations, low performing men, aka Dusties, they bring violence, you see. This is how it is in the Black community. So, fair use, let's take a look at this news clip. And I'm really wondering about Kim Foxx. Is she wearing her mammy boots? Are you part of the black male worship routine? Because you're trying to save and keep some of these black men out of prison. They're not worth saving, especially when they get out and murder others. Murder others. So this right here is a prime example. Kim Foxx, you're the prosecutor. You're saying that you all, I read a report rather, that you're saying you're letting out low-level nonviolent. Was this guy let out? And let's see what has reportedly happened. Fair use.
Good evening. I'm Gaynor Hall.
And I'm Ben Bradley. Micah and Ray are both off tonight. We begin with breaking news. Chicago police announcing an arrest in the murder of a 7-year-old girl who was shot while in the backseat of a car with her younger sister. The two were with their mom when the shooting happened back in August in the Belmont-Cragen neighborhood.
WGN's Patrick Elwood joining us live from CPD headquarters with the latest on the arrest. Pat?
Gaynor and Ben, good evening to you. Arrested again, but this time the state's attorney, Cook County State's attorney, has agreed to file charges.
These charges are the beginning, we hope, of bringing some measure of closure to the grieving family of these two innocent little girls who were sitting in a parked car when they were struck by gunfire.
24-year-old Arion Luster was arrested today in the basement of his grandmother's home in Riverside. He is charged with the murder of 7-year-old Serenity Broughton, who was shot in the chest and abdomen. Luster is also charged with the attempted murder for shooting Serenity's 6-year-old sister, Aubrey. She was shot in the chest. The girls were shot as they sat in the back of their parents' car after just leaving a relative's home on the northwest side. Chief of Detectives Brendan Dinahead says the girls were not the intended targets.
We believe that these suspects were shooting at a relative who is part of that house. And unfortunately, as you can see all too often, these guys, as the superintendent mentioned, they just pull up and they're in an alley and they just start firing their handguns in that direction. And it's the 7-year-old, unfortunately, in this tragic case.
Luster is the same suspect, though, arrested in September, but released when the Cook County State's attorney refused to bring charges. At the time, the district commander took the rare step, along with the backing of the local alderman, Gilbert Villegas, of criticizing Kim Foxx for the refusal to charge. In published reports, that commander wrote an internal CPD memo expressing his desire to take the case directly to a judge himself to get those charges filed. Tonight, the superintendent says since that time, additional evidence has surfaced, which has led to today's rearrest of Luster. Police are still asking the public's help with locating the second shooter and the driver of that vehicle.
Because of this senseless gun violence, far too many parents in our city are grieving for a murdered child, like Serenity.
So, a $2,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of that second suspect believed to be the getaway driver. And you can file or send in an anonymous tip at cpdtip.com.
So, a prior case and she didn't file charges? I'm wondering if she's still sipping on mammy juice. Okay, so this child is dead, and then the mother has the other child here. She was shot in the chest. You wonder why the military don't want these fools? They trying to get a target. They can't eat, don't even know how to shoot. And innocent children. One deceased, one shot in the chest. Oh my goodness. Now, Kim Foxx. We've had another story about her. I mean, I've read about it. I didn't do a video on it. Lori Lightfoot was like, hey, you should press charges. And that was a story when basically there was like a drive-by, and the homeowner, which had the right to protect the home, shot back. And she didn't file charges. The police said it was enough evidence. So let's go ahead and look here at an article by Kim Foxx. Again, this right here is really leading into what they call on these YouTube streets the black male worshiping culture. And oh my, he can do no wrong. Again, mammies, they hold these dusties down. They can kill, steal, and rob. But well, we don't want to ruin his life. You got to forgive. The hell we do. We got to lock up. So here's an article, Fair Use Chicago Tribune. Says Kim Foxx drops more felony cases as Cook County State Attorney than her predecessor, Tribune analysis shows. So I guess that's little TT going home. So, Cook County State Attorney Kim Foxx is dropping felony cases involving charges of murder and other serious offenses at a higher rate than her predecessor, according to a Tribune analysis that comes amid a growing debate over criminal justice reform. During Fox's first 3 years as a county's top prosecutor, her office dropped all charges against 29.9% of felony defendants, a dramatic increase over her predecessor, the Tribune found. For the last 3 years of Anita Alvarez's tenure, the rate was 19.4, but Kim Foxx, they're reporting 29.9. In all, a total of 25,183 people had their felony cases dismissed under Foxx through November 2019, up from 18,694 for a similar period under Alvarez. And there she is, Kim Foxx, greeting U.S. Representative Danny Davis on June 4th. Foxx, a Democrat, swept into the state's attorney's office in 2016, vowing to reform the criminal justice system and reduce the population of Cook County Jail, which disproportionately holds low-income people of color. She's up for re-election November 19th. So let's get this straight. So you want to reduce the population of Cook County Jail, which is disproportionately holds low-income people of color. At what expense, girl? At what expense? At the expense of this child on the screen? At what expense? And I will more than assure you, the one she's saying, I would be willing to bet it's all black men. Very few black women, because black men let's be realistic, in our society, in the black community, that's the princess. He can do no wrong. We must look the other way to protect him at all costs. Now, black women, you're going to have to just hold that L. Hold whatever happens to you, hold that L. You got mugged at night. Well, why were you out at nighttime? You should have been inside, girl. Oh my God, you got left holding the bag. You've got 3 children and no child support. Oh, well, you should have got pregnant by him. But what about him? Oh, and those men aren't responsible. He's the princess. So Kim Foxx, how many times does this have to happen on your watch? You want to reduce the population of Cook County Jail. Well, chances are, as far as reducing the population of Cook County Jail, if you had him in jail on any other crime that he was suspected of in a case that was presented, maybe if so, that young girl would be alive. But this just, and it may seem like a stretch, but if you're familiar with the Black community, this just shows you the mindset. This is the mindset. They want to protect this on the screen at all costs, especially when he did something negative. He can go kill an industrious, hardworking Black man. Well, maybe that hardworking Black man shouldn't have been in that area. What was he doing over there? I thought you said he had a. And it's like, are you kidding me? They want to protect the dust mites. They love to protect low vibrational specimen. They love to protect the inferior men. Love to. Anybody else, it's all on you. Protect him at any and all costs. And that's why the violence is out of hand in the community. From the mammy, now as I'm looking at her, I'm looking upside her head, wondering if she's a mammy. You want to reduce the population? If they're committing crimes, honey, they deserve to be there. So reduce the population of Cook County Jail. At what expense? At what expense? But I know, as long as it's mainly women and children in the Black community, they're dispensable. The mammy juice runs strong. They will protect this on the screen at all costs. And what if they find this fool? What if they find this I'm not gonna call him a man, this specimen? What if they find this Dusty? What if they find this low vibrating specimen? What if they find this low value, supposedly, of a human being in his grandmama's basement? You think grandma not aware from committing crimes? You think he was paying her rent? I doubt it. What if they find him in Meemaw's basement? You think Meemaw doesn't know what kind of grandson she has? Gotta protect him. Protect him. House him. That's why I tell you there's no excuse. Because Dusty's like this here, these mammies gonna take care of them. They're gonna make sure they have a place to lay their heads, food to eat, clothes on their backs. They can live for free in the BC. Now, if you're trying to do something, you can't be a Black male or female, and especially a Black woman. Oh, you on your own, Mike Jones, honey. You on your own. Trust and believe. But try and do something positive. Go to school. Try to start a business and see if you can stay with Meemaw then for free in the basement. Oh, child, you got to pay me some rent now. Well, child. That's how they operate. But as long as you're doing something negative, you show that you come from low hanging fruit, you're lazy and not prosperous, you can just play, sleep, and eat, watch TV, repeat all day. Don't worry. You can be in and out of jail. They'll take care of you. But try to get a business going in the BC. See if Meemaw just in that basement thing while you get your business going. No. Because in the BC, they do what? They protect the Dusties. Anyway, people, thanks for listening and watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. I'd like to know your thoughts. Especially, I want to know your thoughts besides this horrible crime. I'd like to know your thoughts on Kim Foxx. I'm out.